Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well. So today we're rocking and rolling with some more Warlords Battle Simulator, and I got a fresh new run featuring the Ballista hero. Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, this is a game, of course, on this channel that needs few introductions, but if you want to get a copy of the game for yourself, link in the video description below. Smash the like button if you're liking the Warlords Battle Sim. Let me know in the comment section below the next run that you want to see, right? What hero or theme do you want me to use? And if you are new here, then please subscribe for daily fun content, and I thank you so much. So without further ado, Ballista run, let's go. Alright, so we're going into adventure mode here, and the Ballista is actually part of the Kingdom unit sets, and our hero is Engineer Amsden. So he's got just one fate point to start with, which is, kind of precarious for sure. 3,000 supply, 1,600 gold, then of course the famed Ballista. The Ballista is a Kingdom ranged brutal precise unit, and then furthermore in his kit he has the brutal keyword dealing 25% more damage, which is of course the Ballista, and then again the precise unit dealing 25% more damage. Are you tracking a theme here? Of course. So let's see how strong we can get this Ballista. Let's go. Alright, so our field is such. So we have the Undead, we have the Barbs, and we have the Greenskins. So a couple of upgrades available here. What's next? I want to make sure I can lock in the high tier upgrades where possible. It seems like our first high tier upgrade is right here, unbelievably. That's alright. Let's go with basic upgrades. Let's take on the Barbarians. Let's go. And moving on in, let's see what we're up against. So a bunch of just peasants with 20 HP and a bunch of ranged archers with 20 HP. Now these guys have 35 range, right? The Ballista has 50 range and 21 attack damage like stock with this guy. It's pretty crazy. So let's use the range to our advantage. In fact, if we could toggle them to attack missile units first, I think that might be best. Actually, no. Let's target the infantry first and put them like all the way back. They are costing 600 supply, which is kind of crazy. So we only get 5, but let's see how strong they are and how good we can do. Let's go. All right, so we come up a little bit. The line of infantry runs in, and yeah, we are just absolutely slaughtering them. I mean, it kind of feels like, what, bringing a knife to a gunfight almost. All right, we get an upgrade. Let's see what our first upgrade is. It's going to be Militia, which is a new unit. The Bane of the Barbarians. Or Courage Brutal. So brutal units deal 15% more damage. I mean, this one is tough to turn down. Let's go with the Bane of the Barbarians. And moving on. Got another upgrade here. I think I will target upgrades. And then we'll get into the shop next phase. Let's go. Alright, what do we have? We have some armored zombies. So a little more durable with 80 HP. However, we grossly outrange them. Like it's disgusting. And I think we'll have plenty of luck here. Let's go. I mean, they're certainly a little more durable, but they just move too slowly. This is like shooting fish in a barrel here, my friends. It's kind of nice just being downrange with the Ballistas. It's a great view. You'll love to see it. And we win. Alright, another upgrade and 100 gold. And what do we have? Combat Training Brutal. So 25% more damage to our Ballista. Or we could add more hit points. Now let's do the damage. I see these as just purely high DPS. Maybe we get some like Militia or Swordsman or something in the front. Or maybe like a Spearman, which is a precise unit that we would actually be able to buff up. But, I mean, let's just lean in heavily on the Ballista, obviously. Alright, so what do we have in our shop? We have the Quartermaster. Let's check the units here quick. So we have the Archer, a ranged unit. We have the Elf, a precise ranged unit. But not brutal. So I think I'm good with those. Let's use the Ballista as kind of our only ranged unit in this particular one. But let's get an increase of supply. I think that's great. Bounty Hunt Precise. Units with Precise deal 15% more damage. That, of course, is our Ballista. So let's do that. And then, I mean, do we go with Bounty Hunt? I don't think you could go wrong with it. Otherwise, we could add more hit points. Let's add more hit points. You never know. I mean, who knows? Like, this is a long road to the boss. And we might face some adversity. I mean, it's certainly possible. Alright, so there's an upgrade here. I've got to keep it low to get this high tier upgrade. Alright, so what do we have? We have a mounted unit with 250 HP. And then we have some orc archers in the back, but they have a measly 25 range. We literally doubled their range, so I'm going to want to target cavalry units in this particular one. And let's get the ballistas in the back. Do something a little bit like that, and let's see how effective this is. Alright, so they focus fire. It looks like the Wolf Riders do get home, but too weakened by the time they got there, and the Ballista take them out without issue. I think I'm kind of feeling like we might need a frontline unit for sure. Your units deal 30% more damage to brutal keyword enemies. I'm okay with that. And moving on. We got the barbs, but then we got the high tier upgrade. So I could fight this for 600 gold, or we could go to the events. Let's go to the events. Maybe we can get lucky. Alright, we get ambushed. I believe you get a reward after you get ambushed, though, and it's a bunch of skeletons and some skeletal archers as well. Okay, so they're moving slow. These guys are moving equally slow, so let's target infantry. And get our ballistas just right in range. And obviously with the new update, right, showing you the range of the units, super useful. Let's do something like this. We'll kind of come out of the gate swinging, and it's quite an enjoyable sight. Just watching these skeletons crumble beneath the bolts of the ballista, right? Now we're going to be moving up just a little bit. I'm going to show them what a ranged unit is all about. And they crumble into dust, and we move onward. High tier upgrade, let's go. Give me something good, game. Chest of gold, so 550. We got the mage, or endurance training brutal. Let's go with the HP. I mean, I would prefer attack, but do the HP and then into another high tier upgrade. So we've got two of them back to back. Alright, a bunch of cavalry on the right flank, and then a bunch of peons on the left flank. Not really worried about the peons, but the cavalry is out in numbers with 5, which is kind of scary. So let's kind of let them come to us. And let's create a wall of ballista bolts. Let's go. Alright, fire them down. Focus fire. So this is where getting those HP upgrades is certainly useful. Alright, very nice. Able to kind of shake off that onslaught and take out the inferior peasant, or peon, I should say, actually. I'm thinking of like Warcraft. Alright, another high tier upgrade. What do we have? We got the warrior. So that would be a functional frontline unit for us. And it's also brutal. Or we could increase supply by 650, which would effectively be, let's see, it would almost be 2 more ballista. I think we can get rid of combat training swift. We can just banish it. I do like the warrior, but I'm going to go with consistent deliveries for now. Can get into the shop to spend some gold. Just don't really have any gold. Got another high tier upgrade in the middle here with the Greenskins, so let's do battle with the Undead. And then secure another high tier upgrade. Alright, so this is a familiar looking formation. Yes, indeed. So let's target infantry. Let's keep you back. We will have Ballista number 6 out on the field now. Absolutely lovely. Let's go. And how about that? Just melt them down pretty much in place. So we're going to do really well against slow units. Obviously, our range is one of our, most redeeming qualities about the Ballista. The ability to dish out a lot of damage from range, right? So if I can increase range, I certainly will do so. If I can increase damage, obviously, it's a pretty high profile upgrade to get. So let's go with cavalry. Just kind of had a formation like this, and I'm going to load them up heavily on the right flank. Let's go. The hope here is they focus fire. Alright, nice job. Then looks like they have the Orc Warriors that, still don't stand a chance against the piercing Ballista bolts. Alright, another high tier upgrade, you bet. And what do we have? Alright, logistics line. So this is really, really good. Otherwise, the damage increase for our Ballista as well. Man, they're going to make me choose. Let's banish this. I think that's the easy choice. Got to go with logistics line. And 700 gold, let's see. Let's kind of look forward just a little bit. So we got some upgrades along the bottom row here. So that's where we'll go. Let's go in versus the Barbs, and our numbers in Ballista will, of course, multiply. So we've got the Mountain Man with 80 HP, and then just the inferior Barbarian. So let's definitely target the infantry units first. And let's see, how many of these Ballista can we get now? How about that? We can get 8 of them. A thing of beauty. Let's go. May they fire in sequence. Even the armored Mountain Man just can't tolerate, and the line of archers is evaporated before it can even get involved in the fight. 700 gold is ours to secure. So let's go upgrades, because I want to get damage upgrades. In fact, if I go through this without even having to add another unit, that would be pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. Got the Skeleton Spearman. And then some archers with just 20 range. So again, let's target infantry. And let's go. It is a thing of beauty just watching our line of ballistas go to work. I mean, infantry units, I guess we'll kind of see what it looks like once we get some more advanced ones like the Elite Huskarl and things like that, but I mean, so far, so good. So we do have a Bounty Hunt Armored. Otherwise, we have 1,000 gold. Let's go with 1,000 gold. Bounty Hunt Armored is a little tempting. And let's keep going with these upgrades. Got a high tier upgrade coming up as well. Alright, so they do have cavalry. They've got their Huskarl as well. 220 HP. Alright, I feel like we're going to be tested just a little bit in this, but let's go with cavalry as our target. And let's kind of see how this shakes out, because let's see how this shakes out. I think if we can take care of the cavalry quickly, which should happen, let's give us plenty of time to get on the armored Huskarl, which we do. They fall. In fact, they get melted, and yeah, kind of more of the same in that fight there. The Ballista, very, very strong range unit. It's actually pretty crazy how strong it is. Alright, so precise with more hit points. Armored with more damage, or 1 fate point. I guess we'll go with the hit points. Are we building like tanky ballistas here? Kind of feels like it. Where's the next shop? So a high tier upgrade here, so we would have to skip this shop. But I'll be skipping. So if I want to get into the shop, well, if I want to get this and this, I simply can't, right? So I think I should go upgrade, high tier upgrade. Maybe secure some more gold and then into this shop. That's what I'm going to do. So let's go upgrade. We should have plenty of gold to spend in the shop. Maybe we can get some damage buffs for our Ballista or perhaps the Warrior to add on the front line. And what do you know? It's the Black Orc. 420 HP on these guys. They certainly can take some abuse. But let's see how much abuse they can actually take. And this is where something like Bounty Hunt for armored units probably wouldn't be the worst selection. But let's see. For how long can they tolerate? That guy gets melted. Melted, melted, melted. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't even really had too many damage upgrades, to be honest. And we're looking mighty. So 15% more damage or 450 supply. I believe I have something like 300 left over, so this would be another Ballista. So let's do it. And high tier upgrade, you bet. And it looks like we have a bunch of zombies. And I'm curious to see, like, once spellcasters start getting involved. I mean, you would think we would have a pretty good counter to spellcasters. But of course, we'll see. I think heavily armored mounted units kind of do make me a little nervous. At least without a front line. Let's see it from the enemy's perspective, right? Let's go. They march in and just get absolutely melted. Somebody's weapon landed all the way up there. How about that? An absolute slaughter. Literal mountain of corpses. And another high tier upgrade, you bet. So, the Wind of Fortune, gain 2 fate points. Your units with melee keyword deal 25% more damage, or brutal 25% damage. Absolutely, be taking that. Great upgrade to get. Let's go with the Undead again. And let's see, how much is the Ballista hitting for now? 30 damage, wow. From 50 range. They do have some heavy armor out on the field. In fact, they have a lot of armor and... Skeleton Archer with just 20 range, so let's target infantry yet again. Let's do something like this. Create a little death funnel. Let's go. And let's see, can the front line hold? It cannot. I like checking out these different perspectives in battle. Definitely a cool part of this game, the ability to sort of freely move the camera. But another 700 gold, and we go into the shop phase with 3,900 gold. Quite a bit. Let's see what we can do to improve our team. Combat training armored, combat training precise. So that's a no-brainer. Consistent deliveries, a no-brainer. Courage brutal. Again, great. I'm thinking about bounty hunt armor, but let's check out... I mean, we do have the warrior here. I think I'll add the warrior. Just in case. We sort of need a frontline presence. Bounty hunt armored seems great. So let's do that. And let's save some cash. Let's ban that as well. Alright, an upgrade. Let's see, where's the next high tier upgrade? Right in the middle here, so that's where we're going. Keep stacking these upgrades. Let's go. Alright, so we got Huskarl accompanied by Mountain Men and basic archers. Shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I kind of want to see if I can just win this with Ballista only. But we do have the warrior in our back pocket. Should we need it? But let's see how well we can do with just Ballista so far. Now, I've got plenty of fate points to play around with, right? Wrong. Let's go. Just melting like butter. All flanks. Deteriorating at the same rate. And we leave carnage in our wake, my friends. Alright, Tenacity Swift. We have 25% more damage for precise units. You love to see it. It's going to spike that damage even more. So now we're going to be hitting for 39.2, which is absolutely insane. At 50 range, too. Don't forget that. More upgrades, yes. Alright, so are we starting to see some more advanced orcish presence? No, they have the regular archer. Their basic warriors, not really a threat, but, you know, once they start getting, like, killbow and stuff, I guess we'll see how that shakes out. Let's go to target infantry units, as typical. Let's take out the front line, and then, by the time the back line gets to us, just gonna melt them like butter. Let's go. The once mighty orc. You know, the very proven and capable warriors of the Orcish Horde get melted on this day. And another upgrade, Light Cav. Bounty Hunt Swift, Endurance Training Precise. I mean, that'll benefit our Ballista. And if we're truly going to do a Ballista-only run, which, you know, so far that's exactly what we've been doing, might as well get him some HP. Alright, so now we have the Elite Huskarl. 370 HP. And there's a lot of them. Mountain Man with 80 HP. The basic Barbarian Archer. Definitely targeting infantry. I think we can do somewhat of like a V-shaped funnel. Maybe it'll spread them out just a little bit more. Or maybe not. Let's see. Let's go. Alright, so it looks like they're sort of oriented toward the right flank here, but wow. My goodness. It's hard to, it's hard to say I've seen anything quite like it here. Endurance Training Brutal. We have the Knight, or the Eagle Eye. Plus 25% more range. Yes. That is absolutely what you go with. This is crazy, man. This might be one of the crazier Warlords Battle Sim runs that I've done. A free upgrade. Looks like we have a shop right here and here, so let's go for the upgrade. Save the cash. Get the free upgrades that you don't have to pay for. Okay, so this is actually going to be a bit challenging. So 35 range on these guys. They're very fast. They're going to be crashing in first, but then we have a very forward line of Huskarl and Elite Huskarl. However, look at this range. This is absolutely insane. 62.5 range. I think I will have them just target the closest unit. Because it's hard to anticipate when the cavalry will pass up the infantry, you know? They certainly will at some point, but I want our bolts shooting at their armored line first. So let's just line them up in the back here and, I mean, you guessed it. Let's go. Looks like they melt through the regular Huskarl with ease, and now the cavalry are starting to get involved, or at least entering the range, and I don't even know that they got to our side of the field. If you think of that little opening box where you can place units. Absolutely insane. The Ballista just might be the strongest I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, it's crazy. Let's go with the Bane of the Barbarians. An extra 40% damage, you bet, and into a fight with the Barbarians. Let's go. Alright, so what's the field looking like? So we got, and these guys are actually, they're armored raiders, so these guys are pretty formidable. I am a little weary. So why don't we go ahead and let's just place, let's target Cav. Let's place a leftmost flank and a rightmost flank. 5 each, and let's see what happens here. They're obviously going to split, which is going to benefit us. Let's go. But we got to target the armored raiders first, for sure. And yeah, they don't stand a chance, and the army split and then just fall over like dominoes. Absolutely insane. All this carnage, all this death and destruction by just 10 Ballista. And obviously a great engineering mind behind the Ballista in Amzol, I believe his name was. And here we go. So we have a bout with the Dark Mages. And of course, if you've seen other Warlords Battle Sim runs here on the channel, even though we don't do very well against Dark Mages, they are very, very formidable. Very challenging foe. However, can their 17 range stack up to our 62.5 and 40 damage? I mean, I don't think so. But we'll find out. So I think we can target closest again. Let's see if there's an event that takes place in this fight where the Dark Mages run by the Armored Skeletons. They probably have the same speed. Yeah, they do. So they're going to be moving in sequence. So let's take out the Skellies first and then watch the Dark Mages melt. Though you can see these Skellies are taking a lot more abuse. But it's just not enough, and it just simply doesn't matter. Man, I knew this Ballista run was going to be strong because the Ballista just At least as far as I know, has the longest range in the game. Swift. Let's take 1,000 gold. Got a shop coming up. But, I mean, it is very strong. Like, insanely strong. Master of Range Combat. 25% more damage. Yep, stack that up. 15% more damage. Stack that up. Consistent deliveries. You bet. Precise, more hit points. You bet. We also have the Knight. I mean, it's interesting, but I just feel like I don't really need it. A melee armored swift unit does nothing for me. So let's go with this, and let's call it good. We seeing any high tier upgrades? Okay, right here. Do I get back into the shop? I think I probably should. Because sometimes you can get bad omen at the events, which cause you to lose a fate, of course. Alright, the King's Will. Kingdom deal 25% more damage. Yes. I mean, that's one of the best ones you can get. Let's deal some more damage to swift keyword enemies as well. Let's go. So 850, 850 across the board. Got an upgrade here. High tier upgrade here. So let's go with the Greenskins. And let's see. Are these the Black Orc Wolf Rider? Nope, just the Black Orc Rider. Okay. But they also have a lot of archers, but it's just the basic archer. It's not really too threatening to me. I mean, to be honest, like, I feel like few things are going to threaten me in this particular run. Like, the ballistas are really this insanely strong. I mean, you've been seeing it all run long. I mean, I might go through this entire run without even losing a ballista. It's pretty insane. Like, it really is. Like I said, I knew it would be strong, but my goodness, is this absolutely OP. So let's go with some more upgrades. Let's keep stacking them. And we have some Dark Mages. Now, this is a formation that historically, well, with other unit comps, team comps, would probably give me some trouble. Lots of armor on the field, right? Dark Mages in the middle, well protected. And then some armor on the side. Let's target cavalry. And let's kind of load up on each flank. And let's see how the ballista does. With this whopping 48.3 attack and 172 HP and 62 plus range. I mean, they simply just can't even get on us. And that front line melts as you thought. And yeah, what do you know? The Dark Mages, the fearsome Dark Mage. I mean, I've got to pay proper respects to the Dark Mage for sure, but it just, you bring nothing to the table, bro. Alright, precise. 25% more hit points, sure. Might get into a fist fight with the ballista. In fact, it would be interesting if we came across enemy ballistas. Maybe they outnumber us a little bit. Let's target infantry. And I'm actually getting close to being able to get one full line of ballistas as well. Man, this is just poor strategy there, AI. Like, let's line them up and march on in. When they grossly outrange us, it's pretty insane. But I suppose, what are you going to do? I would think fleeing the battle is probably the best option. Now, we have a Knight, an Elf, or the Wind of Fortune. I'm going to go with the Wind of Fortune. Just bolster our fate a little bit. That'll help me feel a little more secure about going to these event squares, of which there are many. So why not secure 1,000 gold, because we have plenty of opportunities to shop in the next 3 nodes, right? And we get the Black Orc Rider, a bunch of them. We got the kill bow with the 47 range, okay? 47 range on the kill bow. But a bunch of Black Orc Riders. So let's target cavalry. And let's just toss them on in. Let's go. Alright, so these guys are certainly a little more durable, and they're getting closer than other armies have, that's for sure. But they're filing in one by one and just get absolutely wrecked. And the killbow can't even get close. Yeah, you might be witnessing the strongest unit in the game in the Ballista. So why don't I go here? Let's go to the event. Let's see what it gives us. Hey, a gift. We'll take it. Alright, 2 gold gifts. Let's go with this one. Logistics line. How about that? Alright. My dreams of having a full Ballista line just might come to fruition. Let's go to another event. That last one was quite good to us. And another gift. Another gold one. Bane of the Undead. Could certainly do worse than that. We got some gold. Alright, well, let's spend the rest of our gold at the shop. It's, of course, our last time in the shop. A bit of luck. Tenacity, brutal, combat training, precise. So 25% damage. How about this? Ranged keyword. 25% more damage. Yes. Precise, more damage. Yes. Light spearman. I mean, that would probably be our best melee unit. A bit of luck. And then we could go with... I mean, either that or I could go with this. I guess let's go with these two. Spend the rest of that money. And now we're targeting upgrades until the boss fight, which... Really curious to see how the boss fight goes as well. Alright, so a huge armored battalion of barbarians here, and... I mean, place your bets. Place your bets. How close can we come to a full line of ballistas? Not even close, actually. Well, let's do it. Let's force them to come in this direction as they get zapped down. Now, you are seeing some speed differences in their army. The archers outrun the Huskarl. We are, of course, targeting infantry. And as soon as we, target the archers, they melt into a pile. It's crazy. It really is. How about more ballistas? Sounds great to me. 8,500 supply. Alright, so we're good against the undead. We're good against the barbs. We're not good against the greenskins, so let's see if they have a fighting chance. Okay, so what do we have going on here? Black Orcs and a bunch of killbow. Interesting. So if I get you guys on the front, can you range the killbow? You can. Alright, well, let's do that. Let's take out the killbow first. Alright, let's see the tactics at work here. Let's go. Man, absolutely. I think it's kind of funny that you can shoot through, a shielded front line. That's kind of funny. And it really worked in our favor there, as the killbow line is eliminated. Definitely the more intimidating force. And another reward shows Bounty Hunt Precise, Tenacity Armored. Bounty Hunt Precise is fine. And into the big boss fight. We've got 3 encounters, you or him. I don't recall losing a ballista yet. We might have lost one very early on, but... I mean, we haven't used any other unit yet. It's only been the ballista. We've gotten very generous upgrades, including logistics line twice, consistent deliveries 4 times. Got some treasures that, we use in the shop that really bolstered us. We have a bunch of hit point buffs, along with a bunch of damage dealing buffs as well. So let's go. Last fight. Let's see who we're up against. Alright, so who's this? This guy's called Wild Hunt. 30,000 HP. So this is the Undead champion. So I wonder if we get the Undead Civ unlocked next. And like I said in the intro, let me know what run you want to see next. Maybe we'll have some Undead characters to choose from. So a bunch of undead knights. Got the weak undead skeleton archer in here. And then a pretty heavily armored front line. So I think what I should do is we should target closest unit. Because they're going to be rushing in, right? In fact, how fast is this guy, Wild Hunt? 6 speed, so he's faster than his cavalry. Well, I think the most important thing then perhaps is we should probably focus on the cavalry. But what I don't want to happen... No, I'm not going to do that. What I don't want to happen is for the boss to come on in. And then we focus fire the boss. And then let the rest of the enemies get to us, right? So let's see. How much damage is this guy doing? Hitting for 30. I mean, that's a really respectable amount. Okay. I mean, this should be interesting. But let's see how it goes. Let's go. They're attacking the closest. So they should start with melting some infantry. Yep, you bet. Here comes Wild Hunt. Alright, he's on the helm. And he is the locus of our attack. He takes 10,000 damage before he even gets home. 15,000 damage. Gets his first strike and... in come the cavalry, if you will. But our ballistas are so incredibly tanky that Wild Hunt simply doesn't even stand a chance. The Dark Mages are getting home, but... exactly what I thought would happen is happening. Where we just simply focus fire down the boss. I mean, it looks like we lost 1 or 2 ballistas here. Yeah, that one definitely looks broken. Looks like we lost 2 ballistas, but absolutely melted the undead boss. And in summary, won 26 battles, defeated over 1,000 enemies, lost simply just 2 troops, if you look right there, earned 10,000 plus gold, and obtained 39 upgrades. I definitely think that lit the way to victory. Let's go! So that was the crazy and super overpowered Ballista run. Like I said, I knew it was going to be strong. I could not have imagined it was going to be that strong though, but you'll love to see it. It was a lot of fun to put together. And I think we did get pretty lucky with the RNG as it relates to some upgrades, right? Like, we got hooked up quite a bit. We got a lot of gold as well. It's a nice little fallback option for when other upgrades didn't show up properly, right? So it's like, hey, we'll take 1,000 gold instead and then go spend it in the shop to get, plus 75% damage increase, essentially. Certainly a fun run. Try the Ballista Hero for yourself if you like. It is quite entertaining. So let's pop on in and let's see if we did get the Undead Hero unlocked. I'm curious about this, given we just killed the Undead boss. And what do you know? Here we go. So what do we know about the Undead? Dark Ritual. When you kill enemy units, you receive soul charges. 1 soul for each enemy killed. Once you have collected enough souls, you can sacrifice them in map view. The greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. Okay. That's a pretty cool system that rewards you for, the amount of kills that you're accruing. Interesting. And what kind of commanders do we have available? Looks like we also have a difficulty. Okay. Pray for good dice. All right, we got Umbra Prefectus. So he's got the skeleton archer. Memento Mori. And Eagle Eye. So starts with plus 25% more range. Interesting. We got Vitus Revix. He's got the armored zombie. The regular zombie. Stand your ground. Deal less damage but have more hit points. Endurance training armored. We got Exanimus Centurio. Armored skeleton. Skeleton spearman. And I'm not really able to pronounce that, but your units with undead keyword have 25% more hit points. Very, very good. We got Mortis Console. The Dark Mage user right there. Let me know if you want to see a Dark Mage run. Bane of the Kingdom. So this guy is anti-kingdom. Units with Brutal deal 15% more damage. The Dark Mage is brutal. Interesting. And then Tenacity Brutal, yeah. This guy's like your Dark Mage guy, for sure. And I'm going to guess that the people want to see the Dark Mage run next, given how much trouble they have given me on the channel historically. And I don't recall this difficulty slider being available. Maybe it was. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But we can certainly up the difficulty as well. Because Engineer Amsden, what a freaking beast, I tell ya. So that has been some Warlords Battle Simulator action. Like I said, my friends, let me know in the comment section below what you want to see next. I'm thinking Dark Mage run, maybe on hard. We'll see if the game tests us a little bit. But, you know, let me know. I'm definitely open for doing what you want to see. I know I got some requests for some Kingdom heroes. And, of course, we just used the Ballista. I was also thinking of doing a Knight-centric run as well. Let me know, Knight or Dark Mage, or, you know, add your comments below. Just let me know. So with all of that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks again so much for spending some time on the channel today. I do appreciate it. And I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.
Ship her package, yeah. Ship her package, yeah.